Evidently, just how we know the Earth to be banana shaped.
This new learning amazes me, Sir Bedivere. Explain again how sheep's bladders may be employed to prevent earthquakes.
Certainly, sir.
Uncovered truths or a load of tosh? What do you believe? Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 British conspiracy theories. Before we begin, if you enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're ranking the strangest, most significant and most popular conspiracy theories, which are predominantly based on people, places, events and things in the UK.
The press claim that you claim to be the Son of God.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Yes, you see, the thing is that it's quite funny, really.
Number 10. Louis Tomlinson's fake baby. As part of one of the world's biggest boy bands, Louis Tomlinson is used to intense public scrutiny. However, when he became a dad in 2016, the hysteria hit another level. #Babygate erupted on social media, and followers tried to prove that Louis' son wasn't real, with the validity of various photos examined and offered as evidence. The reason for the fake? Theories range from it giving Tomlinson an easy out from the group, to it being an elaborate cover-up of his relationship with Harry Styles. Number 9. The disappearance of Richie Edwards.
I don't think any band is established. Most bands got a career of maybe 3 or 4 years, then they fade into oblivion.
As lyricist and guitarist for Manic Street Preachers and a frank and open speaker on depression and self-harm, Richie Edwards was already a cult icon when he disappeared in 1995. Investigators surmised that he'd committed suicide by jumping from the Severn Bridge, but his official status wasn't changed from missing person to presumed dead until 2008. And there have been plenty of supposed sightings. From India to the Canary Islands, some fans still believe that Richie faked his death to escape his fame. Number 8. Chaucer was assassinated. Anyone who's wrestled with the Canterbury Tales at school might feel a smidge aggrieved with Chaucer, but some suggest the pioneering poet was actually the victim of a murder plot, and by the Archbishop of Canterbury no less.
Lovely.
The idea mostly comes from a book by Terry Jones, who's better known for Monty Python. True, Jones puts a comical spin on the concept, but there is very little known about Chaucer's death. His name just stops appearing in records. Ominous, mysterious, or fabricated, you decide.
We walk in the garden of his turbulence!
Number 7. The Bisley Boy. To Tudor times and the Virgin Queen. Or should that be King? It all starts with Bram Stoker, who included the Bisley Boy legend in his book Famous Impostors. So the story goes, Princess Elizabeth visited Bisley in the 1540s to escape the plague in London. But she died anyway. Her governess replaced Liz with a lad in a bid to escape the famous wrath of her father, Henry VIII.
I am no man's Elizabeth.
It worked and the arrangement stuck. Remember, she was famous for her wig collection. And there was no post-mortem when she died. Number 6. Britain's Roswell.
Flying objects? It beggars belief.
Alien theories are typically an American expertise, but why shouldn't a UFO rock up in the UK? Suffolk's Rendlesham Forest was front-page news in December 1980 when it played host to a series of unexplained lights and noises. Multiple sightings were reported, with most coming from nearby RAF Woodbridge, which housed the US Air Force at the time.
My personal feeling is there was some type of a mothership or bigger entity or something.
From flashing signals to scorched trees, supposed landing spots and continuous light beams, it ticked every extraterrestrial box. But still, no little green men, unfortunately.
Don't be afraid.
Number 5. The Kingdom of the Lizard People.
Shall I destroy him? No. Take him to the cages.
To a global conspiracy born in England and perhaps one of the world's wildest theories. David Icke was a BBC sports pundit before his career took a dramatic change of direction in the early 90s. Having appeared on Wogan and suggesting he was a descendant of God, Icke set about uncovering the truth of our existence, concluding that we are controlled by a race of shape-shifting Illuminati reptilians. From the royal family to world leaders, bankers, broadcasters and celebrities, there's a select few pulling all the strings. Number 4. Titanic never sank.
Iceberg, right ahead! Thank you.
More than 1,500 people perished on Titanic in 1912, but some say it never sank at all. Or at least that particular ship didn't. Publishing in 1998, shortly after James Cameron's blockbuster, Robin Gardiner proposes that the doomed vessel was really its sister ship, Olympic, which was subject to a massive insurance claim. As the ships were almost identical, the swap would have been easy. While another theory says that JP Morgan arranged the disaster to eliminate his rivals who were travelling on board, controversy continues to surround the story.
Are you sure the ship will sink?
I can assure you the ship will sink as it has 1,000 times before. It is unsinkable.
Number 3. Shakespeare didn't write his plays.
Copy it, hand it round, learn it, speak it, back before curtain up. And remember, kid, project eyes and teeth. You never know. The Queen might turn up.
He's one of history's best known Britons, but could Shakespeare be a sham? Some say he couldn't possibly have penned his plays, with the likes of Mark Twain and Sigmund Freud suggesting that other writers probably responsible. Citing Shakespeare's modest background, discrepancies between his signatures and similarities with other poets, the naysayers believe that the bard was but a front. Christopher Marlowe or Francis Bacon are the most popular alternatives. To believe or not to believe, that is the question.
Oh, and just one more thing. Yeah. That is for every schoolboy and schoolgirl for the next 400 years.
Number 2. Paul is dead.
So this started some rumour that because he was barefooted, he's dead.
A hotbed for conspiracy theorists, some say the Fab Four never existed at all, that they were just a conveyor belt of trendy actors. But the best Beatles theory centres on Paul, who supposedly died in a car crash in 1966. Paul was then replaced with the winner of a lookalike contest to avoid the agony of fans. Subscribers to the legend say clues are hidden in lyrics and on album covers, or they're heard when certain Beatles tracks are played backwards. Perhaps it's time to let it be.
Take a load off of your mind. Take a load off your behind.
Number 1. The death of Princess Diana.
Diana, Princess of Wales, has in fact been killed in that car accident in Paris.
Diana's death shocked the world in August 1997. The cries of conspiracy were almost immediate. Accusations of murder were aimed at MI6 and parts of the royal family, with questions raised over a lack of CCTV, an unusually slow journey to the hospital, and a white hatchback seemingly involved in the crash but never seen again. The owner of the car committed suicide 3 years later. The motive? Diana's supposed engagement to the Egyptian producer Dodi Fayed, according to Dodi's father at least.
They cleared the decks, they finished her, they murder her, and now he is happy. He married his crocodile wife.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and subscribe for more great content.